continuing our dominance, we got ourselves another recruit committed. Quincy Ragno, Orlando, Florida, 4-star recruit. So we done pulled in our first 4-star. We're trying to get some 5 stars. We're trying to get even more 4 stars. 4 stars, excuse me. But so far, so good. You know, we 4 weeks into the season. We're 4-0. We're dominant victories. We're continuing that dominance. We got our first 4-star commit. We got a 3-star commit last week, and it's looking good for these other 4 prospects that have us first in their interest, should I say. So we're on a bye week. We got an early bye week this week. Clemson lost to North Carolina State. We got LSU facing off against Auburn. LSU just got done losing to Nevada. That's crazy, 43-24. So a lot of crazy things the previous week, but we got to check out this recruiting. So we got 180 hours to work with this week. We got some players that have locked us out. So we got to fill that void and just allocate. Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to remove those guys that either locked us out or committed elsewhere like Bourne did to Clemson. But we're going to remove those guys. We're going to allocate the hours that we do have to the guys that we haven't allocated hours to already, like Waddle. So we allocated 15 of 65 to him. So we're going to go ahead and allocate. We're going to send in the house. So we're going to allocate 50 hours to Waddle. And we're going to do the same thing for these other players that we got on our recruiting board. So the goal isn't to too early go out and fill that board up, but to allocate the hours that we have, that we receive for. So we're going to go ahead and schedule a visit for Silverstro. All right, let's see. But yeah, so we're not going to add too many new prospects to the board. We're just going to focus these hours towards guys that we already got. Now, what happens when more people start to lock us out and we get even more hours? Then we'll start adding more people to the board. But for now, we're going to focus on the guys that we need to focus on, getting these visits scheduled, allocating more hours, and everything of that nature. So we got guys that we just weren't able to add hours to because we invested too many hours elsewhere. So Jose Cisco, go ahead and put the sermons. Okay, yeah, good. We good for this week then. So I didn't like how Miami jumped us in the running for sermons, but it is what it is. But that's about it for this week. We're going to go ahead and advance to the next week. Before we do, right quick, I want to check out the stats and see where we stand on the season so far with the immaculate start we've had. So 1,496 yards, 17 touchdowns, 1 pick for Nadoma, averaging 374 yards a game. Smalls, 43 carries, 349 yards, 8.1 yards a carry, and 3 touchdowns. Then you got Meeks with 41 catches, 603 yards with 11 touchdowns. Balling out right now. They're going nuts. They're going crazy. So we're going to go ahead and advance to the following week and see what task we have up hand and also what game we have left. So we got yet another 4-star recruit. Let's get it. And then we got another 3-star recruit in Seth Stacy from Miami, Florida. So here they are. They're coming. So we got 2 4-star recruits already, and we got 2 3-star recruits. It's looking real good. The recruiting class for this upcoming year is going to be special, and I love it. We building a powerhouse. We building a powerhouse university, and who would have thought after 4 years we'd be calling Florida Atlantic a powerhouse university? Let's go. So let's see. Sermons and Pineda have us number 2 in interest. So we're going to have to look into that. So we got SMU this week. I forgot I put them in a conference, to be honest with you. But we got SMU this week. Let's see. Let's check out the recruiting for this week. So we have 285 hours available this week. So we got even more players that have locked us out. Well, one player really that has locked us out. And now we have 16 of 35 targets available. So 285 hours. I'm going to run through that real quick with who we have left. And if I need to add people on, I didn't want to lose Blanco. I like Blanco. I liked him. So we got to remove him from the board. He committed elsewhere. So yet that's another player that we lost on the board. So our board is getting a little thin. Like I told y'all before in prior episodes of this Dynasty rebuild, schedule a visit here. Let me see. Playing style. There we go. But like I told you before, I like to bring in 15 to 17, 15 to 20 prospects per year, and we're already down to 15. So I'm gonna have to add more guys to the board. Even if I don't do it after this week, I'm gonna see where I stand after I'm done adding hours to the guys that I want to add hours to. But even if I don't do it this week, eventually I'm gonna have to do it. Like it'll have to happen like next week or so, because not all of these 15 guys that we still have on our board is gonna commit to us. As you can see, our positioning with some of these guys, we're not even there. So we're definitely gonna have to add more guys to the board. But the biggest thing is focusing on what we have right now, because you want to close on as many prospects as you can as early as you can. I can't say it enough. I've said it before. I can't say it enough. And again, it's like night and day from where I was when this dynasty first started. I was just trying to focus on all my hours on all 35 prospects. No. Trial and error. The more you play, the more you know, and the more you learn. And I've learned that even if we're losing out on guys, keep investing them hours on the guys that you have on the board that have high interest in you. So we got 95 hours left. I'd say it's about time for me to go ahead and start adding guys to the board so we can start offering scholarships, scouting, showing interest in all of that. And right now, it's not even a lot of hours to be able to say that we're going to be scouting these guys, like say. So if I had enough hours, if I had like 400 hours or so, I'd probably say we're going to come out the gate, scout some of these guys first, and then determine if we want to. No, we're going to offer scholarships at this point. Some of them I might scout. I don't know. But 95 hours and the few guys that we're adding to the board, we've added 5 already so far. So that's a lot. That's a lot that needs to be scouted. And do we really want to go through that? We want to get an edge first. We want to get an initial edge on these other teams, which isn't going to be too likely because, I mean, they've already been scouted. So it just depends on if they've had scholarships offered to them yet already or not. So let's see. Oh, Miami has a huge lead with him. Oh my God. A lot of these guys, Miami is far out ahead on. So let me go ahead and scout and see where they at. Offer a scholarship there for Fernandez. Let's see, Keenan, Jesus, Auburn. A lot of these guys, the teams that are number 1 are so far ahead, it's ridiculous. Offer a scholarship anyways. You never know. You might can get somebody to flip the script. And they offering for us to give a visit off rip. I'll take it. I'll give a visit off rip. So we only got 5 hours left. But it's cool because you never know what that visit can do. That visit can completely flip. So we could jump extremely far ahead in the running for that particular prospect. So that's all the hours we have for the week. And honestly, that's going to be it for this episode, because I done got to about 9 minutes of this episode and we just now finishing with recruiting. But we did have the bye week first, then we had recruiting. So we're going to jump into the game action in the following week. As always, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with not only this Florida Atlantic Dynasty rebuild, but other college football 25 content as well. Again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time.